Brilliant. Still here at the ACG New York hosted 12th annual healthcare event. It's been a great event, if I do say so myself. Over 450 people discussing the vagaries of private equity in healthcare. And I'm very pleased to have with us here Aaron from Citrin Cooperman.
Thank you very much.
And you moderated a panel today which went off very well.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
But before we go into that, maybe a little bit more about yourself, sir, and
Sure.
what you do and how you came to be.
Yeah. I appreciate it. So I'm a principal and one of the practice leaders for the healthcare practice at Citrin Cooperman. Citrin Cooperman is an accounting consulting firm. We do work across a number of industries, but one of the industries we really focus on is healthcare. And we've been doing a lot of work in the last few years in particular with private equity and hospitals and health systems that are trying to navigate the current healthcare landscape. And ACG New York has always had a reputation as having a deep a well of participants and sort of knowledge in healthcare, and so we wanted to be part of the event.
Talk to us, I mean, the preface of the event is healthcare. Talk to us as if you're talking to a layman here. I mean, my background is more media and energy within.
Sure.
But tell us your 50,000-foot view of what's going on in the healthcare world. It's one of 3 buoyant industries that PE is really chasing after, if I can say. So give us your top down, please.
So healthcare, as I think a lot of people know, and increasingly more people know, is 18% of the GDP of the United States, meaning that it's just an absolutely enormous industry. And healthcare covers a lot. You can be talking about hospitals and health systems and physician groups and pharma. At a high level, we're in a very interesting inflection point where healthcare costs are simply too high. And there's no question that there's a need for fundamental transformation in the industry. Private equity is particularly interested in that because right now you have a lot of businesses that are undercapitalized. There's huge fragmentation in the market, so there's a lot of inefficiencies, in each of the individual businesses, in the healthcare space. Yeah. And then you have, positive sort of, tailwinds like the aging of the population and the fact that a lot of these different services, there's going to be a greater demand for them moving forward. Yeah. All of that comes together to make for a very interesting industry, right now.
And I must say, I'm a Londoner, born and bred, and I know you've spent a bit of time in England. And I've been in this country for a while now, and speaking of healthcare and that provision, it's chalk and cheese. I don't want to get political here, but what is happening to the healthcare world here? I mean, we're obviously entering a political mire. Whoever comes into power, you might have Bernie, and we might go a different route. You've lived in both countries. Give me your viewpoint.
Not only have I lived in both countries, I actually went to a hospital in England and was able to experience NHS. I had to go twice, and it was for free, and no bills. It was fascinating to deal with it.
But the welfare state has its woes as well.
Well, interestingly enough, I ended up needing surgery. And I was told at NHS that it was going to take 9 months to be able to get on a list to get surgery. So I still had to go through private insurance, which is an interesting experience and an interesting knowledge point for understanding the healthcare system in England. When it comes to the United States, there's no question that the healthcare industry is still in significant transition. I'm not sure where it's going to go, frankly. I think the idea that we're going to get rid of all health insurance, just move to Medicare for all seems unlikely. But as policy evolves and as people think about the ongoing increases in costs, this may be a different conversation 10 years from now. Yeah. But I feel pretty confident that for the time being, the current system, by and large, is going to stay in place.
Yeah. I know the preface of the event, again, it's healthcare. We've heard a lot of the same themes from the panelists that you've spoken about. How have you found the event, Aaron? Has it been good for you? What was your purpose for coming along?
I thought this was a great event. Yeah. You definitely brought together a lot of experts in this industry. I've also been impressed at just the level of expertise that a lot of the bankers and and lawyers and consultants like myself have really developed over the last 5 to 10 years. It's clear that there's more expertise as people really delve that much further into healthcare. This is a great event to bring this many people together. It's got high quality individuals across the entire spectrum of the healthcare industry, and you guys do a great job of putting on a really good event.
Thank you, sir. I shall pay you later. Well, look, thank you very, very much for today. Thanks for coming along. The panel that you moderated was fantastic. I know we caught tidbits of that on camera.
Thank you.
So, Aaron, thank you very much. Cheers.
Hey, thanks.
Wait, aren't we supposed to do this?
Oh, there you go.
There we go.